All right, y'all, week 11 is here, and to kick things off, we're gonna do a little Q&A, Runner's Edition. First question is, what is your favorite medal? And my favorite medal is my 2014 Disney Princess Half Marathon medal. And it was my first half marathon and my first ever Run Disney race. So this medal is very near and dear to my heart. I will say I did not train like I should have. In fact, I didn't even run leading up to the race. So how I didn't get swept is beyond me. I was in extreme pain and highly don't recommend do your mileage. But I crossed that finish line, and so this will always be my favorite medal. Next up, I have my most sentimental medal, and that is my Kelsey's Hope medal. And you can see here, they have all the weekends represented. You have Wine and Dine, Marathon Weekend, Princess Weekend, Springtime Surprise. But Kelsey's Hope is a charity, and I signed up to run with them during Princess Weekend. And y'all, I had an absolute blast. And if you have never run for charity before, you need to do it. Literally the most rewarding experience ever. And shout out to Kelsey's Hope. They are my absolute favorite, and they truly, truly, truly care about their runners and just are super grateful for the money that you raise for them. So if you have thought about doing a charity, go for it. You definitely will not regret it. Okay, next we have the medals from the 2024 Disney Princess Marathon Weekend, where I did the Fairy Tale Challenge. And these medals are also super special because it was the anniversary of me running my first ever half marathon, as well as my first Run Disney race. And my cousin Noelle joined me for this one, and it was her first ever Run Disney race. So I'm so happy that I was able to share that experience with her. But first up, we have the 10K medal. And this was Rapunzel themed. I'm starting to lose my voice. And she spins. Next, we have the half marathon, which is Tiana themed. And he spins. And when you do the Fairy Tale Challenge, because you do the 10K and the half marathon, they give you a challenge medal. This was Frozen theme, and you have Elsa, Anna, and Olaf, who swings back and forth. All right, y'all, this was just a quick little look at some of my favorite race medals. Okay, so we are about to head out on one of our weekly maintenance runs, which is 30 minutes, and we will go ahead and continue the question and answers.
do you listen to on your runs? I listen to Disney music on Pandora, or I listen to podcasts. And shout out to the Rise and Run crew. What plan do you use to train? And I use the Jeff Galloway method of training, which is a run walk. So, favorite race distance, I would have to say half marathon. I feel like it's perfect length. I can't speak for a marathon yet, so we will see. Favorite fuel to use, I use honey stinger gels and the honey stinger waffles, and occasionally the oh my gosh, what are they called? It's the jelly beans, sports beans. I just find those harder to get down on my runs, so I definitely want to experiment a little bit more. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. Mile 2, 13, I think it was 42. I'll check back after I'm done. Running gear. My favorite running gear that I own is my Garmin watch. I absolutely love it and recommend. What do you use for hydration? I used to drink Noon, but now I have switched over to Liquid IV, and I love the firecracker flavor followed by strawberry. All right, run complete. I don't know if you can see that. 2.15 miles in 30 minutes. Average pace 13:57. So I'll take it. All right, doing a walk post run to get a total of 45 minutes on my feet. But next question, do you have any influencers that you like to watch on YouTube? And I do. I have 2. One of them is Kristen, and you can find her on YouTube under Running in Makeup. And I actually got to meet her at Princess Weekend in February out on the course. I spotted her from behind, and so I got to chat with her for a minute, which was awesome. And you can actually spot me and my cousin in the background of her vlog. And the other one is Jen with Wonder on YouTube, and she does really great Run Disney vlogs, and she also does travel vlogs. She is divorced, has 2 kids, and when she's not with her kiddos, she's off traveling all over, and she camps out in her car, and she gets various Airbnbs. So if you are into travel, definitely check out her vlogs. I definitely want to travel because of her. So, any big goals in the future? Actually, I am looking to put in for the lottery for both Chicago and New York marathon this fall for 2025. it is one of my bucket list items is to run a world major. So fingers crossed that I get into one or the other. I'll eventually get into them over time, but I would love to run one of those next year. Run number 1 of week 11 is done, and it didn't go too bad. I think the first mile was about a 14:12, and the second mile was like 13. Shoot, I don't even know. 13 something. It was an average pace of 13:57, so I will take it. It was still a little toasty. It is starting to cool off now that we're entering fall season. It's just going to take a little bit longer here in the south, but the temps are dropping down in the evenings, like into the 50s. Wish I could run like first thing in the morning. That would be lovely, but unfortunately my schedule doesn't allow for that, so I still get to do a lot of my trainings in like the dead of the heat, because most of the time I can get out around 3, 4, 5 o'clock, which is the hottest part of the day. But it will just prepare me for marathon weekend and will better me, so it will eventually cool off and my running will hopefully improve. So just stretching a bit. Have to work tomorrow, so tomorrow will be a rest day. I've already done a day of strength training, which was yesterday. Long run for Saturday, I think, is 4 miles, so stay tuned. Happy Thursday! I hope everyone is having a great day. On today's agenda, we have strength training, which I already completed this morning, and we have our 30-minute maintenance run, which I'm about to do, and I am not going to be filming much of it because unfortunately today's run is going to be completed on the treadmill, and I am not about to bore you all with me running on the treadmill for 30 minutes. Before we get started, I did want to let you all know that I went ahead and
bought some nerd clusters. I am so excited to try these out, and what better time than now when I am running on the treadmill. Just a little reminder, nothing new on race day. I will say it again. Nothing new on race day. If you want to try anything new, any kind of hydration, fueling, shoes, clothing, whatever it may be, make sure you are doing it on your training runs. And I highly suggest that if you're going to try any kind of new fueling or hydration, do it on a treadmill where you have access to a restroom, because nothing is worse than when something does not sit well in your stomach and you desperately need a bathroom. So I'm gonna go ahead and try these on the treadmill. If I like them and they work, then I will go ahead and try them out on my next long run of 13 miles. So I will let you all know. And if you use any kind of candy during your runs as fuel, let me know. I'll be curious to know what everyone uses, and I'm open to trying different things. So comment below and let me know. Okay, our 30-minute maintenance run is done. I was able to get in 2 miles, and the nerd clusters, yeah, they are a 10 out of 10, and I highly recommend. So if you're looking to incorporate some new fuelings into your runs, give candy a shot. I've heard quite a few people rant and rave about nerd clusters, and yeah, I see what the hype is all about. I hate the treadmill, like hate the treadmill, and I felt like I could have kept going, and typically I find myself staring at the timer, and I didn't do that today. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the nerd clusters a shot on my long run on Saturday. So, all right. Well, that completes run 2 of week 11, and I will see you all Saturday for our long run of 4 miles. Happy long run Saturday, everyone. Headed out for 4 miles. I've got nerd clusters that I'm bringing with me today, so yeah. It's the little things that get you excited along the way. Alright. This is probably TMI, but my armpits are already sweating and I haven't even started yet, so if that tells you anything. I'm so done with the humidity. At least there's a breeze, right? Mile 1, 14:02. Nerd cluster break. They're so good. Mile 2, 13:29. Right, 2 miles in, halfway through. So, fueling up with a honey stinger gel.
Mile 3, 13:36. Mile 4, 13:43. Here are my stats. 4 miles in 54:43, and the average pace was 13:40. Y'all, first of all, this breeze, I'm here for it. Second, these nerd clusters come in clutch, and I'm pretty sure that I just showed my age with the word clutch. So now I get to go home to some wings.